So what happens if I'm not an expert? Well, that's great because I wasn't an expert when I started either. And I've run several masterminds where I was merely a facilitator. I brought the people together. I sold the spots. I marketed the group. I brought the experts and I made the lion's share of the money. It was actually better for me that way because I got to create mastermind groups around skills I wanted to learn, like marketing, sales, e-commerce, real estate, investing, and more. And I want to tell a quick story to kind of just hammer this down. So when I was back, this is probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, I wanted to learn about e-commerce. And I met a guy at an event and we were talking. His name was Michael, and he had an Amazon business that he built with his family. And that business was selling cat tunnels. And if you've never seen a cat tunnel before, it's like this neoprene tunnel where a cat runs down and rings the bell, and that's the thing. And he's selling $100,000 a month on Amazon with cat tunnels. So I'm like, this is crazy. Teach me what you're up to. And it really got even better. He's like, I only work 5 hours a week. I spend a ton of time on my boat and out with my family. I'm like, that's amazing. So I'm like, show me your ways. He's like, sure. It's $30,000 to coach with me. I'm like, okay, well, I could pay $30,000, but let me ask you a question. Are there other people that want to learn this from me? He says, yes, hundreds. I'm like, great. Do they all have $30,000 to coach with you, or would they if they did? He's like, no, of course not. I'm like, well, what if we got them all in a mastermind? They pay less. You get to give more and make more, and you get more impact for less time. And we could have a fun trip, right? We can go to China. We can go to Hong Kong. You can show them how to purchase and to find inventory and the right products to sell, how to negotiate deals, how to get your listings up, all of that within a virtual training. And then we do that live. We show them how to do it on the ground, and we make it like a beta or pilot, and we go ahead and sell it. So he said, yeah. And I went ahead and we put him in a group. We did a quick training. I got him on the phone and we enrolled 52 people and made over $35,000 in the first 2 weeks we had that offer going on. So just a quick, story to explain, like, if I had just done it on my own, I probably wouldn't have gotten the same level of connections. I probably wouldn't have made the same relationships. I probably wouldn't have had the same amount of wins. Honestly, like I wouldn't have had the same amount of success in my Amazon business or in my e-commerce business that I had. So as it was going on this trip, I not only got my trip paid for, people asked better questions than I did. They took better notes than I did. They had incredible connections and resources. I ended up meeting 2 partners there that we launched a marketing agency together that just focused on brands on Amazon. And we were able to build that from 0 to 75K inside of 6 months. I ended up selling my share in that business and going back to what I originally loved, which is building mastermind groups. But that opportunity would have never happened had I not thought about this problem in a different way. So if you're not the expert, that's amazing. Like you can get paid to learn, while smarter people than yourself, go and get the answers for themselves. They pay for it, and then you get to travel for free. You get your education paid for, and you end up with some money in your pocket. So all of that's led me to now growing. This is my $3rd $1 million business. So, this is the way I basically funded my education, is I would do mastermind groups around experts, and I teach you how to do that. So not being an expert is a perfectly valid way to start. You just have to be committed to learning the skills, solving people's problems, and with a little practice and maybe some guidance, you can start doing your own mastermind groups in record time without having any expertise in particular. You just have to understand the social dynamics of a situation and position yourself as the facilitator and help people to enroll into this mastermind program that you're creating with the help of an expert. And they can just show up and shine. You can collect a check, you can learn the skill, and you can grow from there. So if you want to learn more about these strategies and more around masterminds, which I think are the most powerful business tool that you can learn in 2021, you want to go ahead and check out my book, which is the 8-Minute Mastermind. You can check it out at 8minutemastermind.com. We have a free plus shipping offer. You can also check out our training on virtual masterminds called Mastermind Virtually. Just go there. It's your first 3 steps to get you rolling toward your first 100K mastermind in 5 to 10 hours a month of ongoing work. And it's a really high touch, high ticket, low time commitment way to get your mastermind off the ground and running. Because I think nowadays, with all the options that are out there, this is the best one to start with. I mean, courses are great, but they take a long time, a lot of money, and a lot of expertise and a big team to get off the ground. Books are great, but they take forever. It's a lot of editing. You don't make a lot of money. Coaching and consulting is great, but now you're on the income roller coaster. You got to sell a bunch of coaching and consulting. You have to fulfill it, and you're back to square one. With masterminds, it's an ongoing, consistent thing. You don't have to spend a ton of time. You have a huge impact. You have a lot of fun, and you'll make friends for the rest of your life. Like I've met some of my best friends through this, and I've also met my girlfriend. We just bought a house together. So that's pretty fun. And I'd like you to have similar results as well. So if you're not an expert, that's totally fine. The key is just to get started and get into a mode of taking action and have a bias for action. We can show you how to do that. So grab one of my freebies here. We got the book. It's free. You just pay whatever it costs to get it to your door. That's at 8minutemastermind.com, or you can do the free training right now if you don't want to wait. We do send you a digital copy as well when you buy the book, so don't worry about that. But if you want to just get started right now, you can also check out our training, which is at mastermindvirtually.com. We'll get you rolling today. I'm really excited. Thank you so much for checking us out, and I will talk to you soon.